Hi, my name is Grace, and a part of my cultural identity is my femininity. I'm proud to be a woman and proud to call myself a feminist. A feminist is someone who advocates for women's rights and equality. In my collage, I drew a woman dancing, a volleyball, a balloon, a flower, and two small leafed plants. These all have their own meaning that help define my cultural identity. So, the woman dancing on here in this top corner and the volleyball represent gender norms and how it has played out in my life. I was never your stereotypical little girl growing up. I loved bugs, but I also loved dolls. I put my feet a little bit into all sorts of things. I tried many sports like basketball and soccer and volleyball, but I never did dance, which is a common stereotype for women. Growing up, I was just more competitive and athletic and enjoyed playing rough. Like in PE, I always tried my hardest because I thought it was fun. I didn't do PE to look good for others. I even had more guy friends than girlfriends because we just had more in common interests. Like I played a lot of video games and not a lot of girls thought that was cool. I added the word society underneath the you can see right here. I added it underneath the symbol for women because I wanted it to seem like it was looming behind it because society has put so much pressure on women to act and behave a certain way that I've yet to follow. I don't allow society to define me, so I made it small but apparent because it's still an issue for some women. So then the balloon and the flower are both similar because it represents my individuality and how I've grown and rose from who I used to be. One of my biggest insecurities growing up was my interest in video games. In middle school, I played video games with some of the nerdier people in my class that the girls would make fun of. And I didn't let it affect me too much, but it was still upsetting because I didn't have a lot of girlfriends and I felt like certain people would laugh at me for it. I stopped playing video games once I got into high school because I felt like it was time I found another interest. I was still bullied a bit in high school, and so I became insecure about my personality, and I ended up transferring, and I just wanted to find something new. And so I went to a small school, and I hadn't really found my people yet, so I needed a fresh start, but I finally found people that love me for me, and it wasn't easy leaving, but I had to do what was best for myself. And so the two leaves, it's hard to show. There's two leaves here. So to me, that represents how men have shadowed me in my life as a woman. My ex-boyfriend was a white, healthy, wealthy man. I loved him and I thought he was a great guy, except for his view on society treats men and women. One day when we were driving, we got into a very serious conversation and I was talking about how often I get honked at and whistled at just walking downtown and how as a smaller woman I'm very cautious when walking alone at night because I'm an easy target. But I brought up the idea how it's not all men, but it's some, and it's impossible to know who falls in this category, and that the only way to truly be safe is to assume it's all men until proven otherwise. He was hurt by this and immediately responded in disbelief that I'd even say that. It was almost like he felt like I was talking about him. He brought up how suicide rates are higher for men, and I don't disagree with this statement, but he's missing the point that the reason why it's higher is because of societal norms of expressing feelings set by men. I would have loved to talk about it another day, but it felt like he was just trying to overshadow my idea, and there's a time and place for that, and I don't think that was the time and place to talk about that. So from this collage, I feel as though I've gotten closer with my cultural identity and really talked about the things that make me a woman, because even if they aren't stereotypical, it doesn't make me any less of a woman. I continue to do the things I want to do and stand up for the things I believe in, and I will never again let myself be quiet for a man because I feel like it's what I'm supposed to do. Thank you.